This
record meh?
got it. Okay.
So soon record already.
Yeah, I think in case later too many things to handle. So anyway, Francis, I also told the rest just now that because normally our meetings are at 7:30, so some people maybe still rush.
I see.
Some of them end work late, but they will slowly the stream in, don't worry.
Oh yeah, okay. So that's something that we sort of overlook, yeah.
I know, no worries. It's okay. It's just that I just want to mention because you won't be wondering where's the Changkat members. They will slowly stream in later.
It's okay.
Is Kin around?
He's around, not in this floor. Why are you looking for him? You want me to ask him?
He's LE ma. I'm scared he's late.
I thought he GE, then that's why he's like, where's the G? No GE late tonight. Okay, let me go and get him here. Give me, not here, but I mean enter the room, to come into the room.
Of course, thank you. Wow, I so stressed. Collaborating with professionals from AIA. Very stressed.
Wow, hi Wendy. I come in and I hear you're stressed. I say.
Hey Gerald.
Hi everybody.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you.
Hi, Gerald.
Hi. Don't say stressed lah. You're such a veteran, Wendy. In fact, I'm more stressed than you, man.
Now we bring in the Changkat armies to storm your fortress. Next time, if got any accident or people, we can claim the insurance.
Must buy from us first lah. They can claim
Oh yeah, we haven't signed.
Yeah, we circulated the form for personal accident. You didn't sign, I say.
Hey, I can send you a link, very fast one.
Oh, I got another AIA agent already.
Hey,
that's called diversification. It's okay to have a second one.
Wendy, you know what we call ourselves? Another AIA agent. AIA. Another insurance agent. That's who we are.
I thought you are the only AIA agent.
Whoa! We are A, we are not O.
Hi Edna, nice to see you.
Hello.
Yeah, you are the art counter for today, right? All of this conversation before chapter meeting, don't count the pause fillers. We are not ready for that.
No, I tell you,
I don't think I've heard any.
I tell you who's the one who will keep you busy. Listen to the one WW.
Okay, thanks for the hint.
WW. The rest you need to listen. Very tough to
Got
catch
it.
on.
Don't count the TMD one. TMD also very stressed.
Hey, don't mislead the new members of Changkat, okay? TMD is the one that will
LE always have a few one.
will generate a lot of money.
Yeah, lucky today I'm not LE. Otherwise I'll keep you very busy.
Yeah, Kin also will have a number. As far as I'm art counter, I've always been keeping track of.
Hey, talking about that, Chen, I don't think I received the evaluation resource from your speaker.
Oh, Wendy! Sorry, I was like, what evaluation resource? Wendy, can you have
who am I supposed to evaluate? Jennison.
Okay, I go and catch him.
Yeah.
You go and catch him.
Wendy, go and catch him. If not, Wendy, if you have the... Yeah, but you need his title on the form, so I have to ask you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Xiao Jie, your name is Xiao Jie or Xiao Jie?
Xiao Jie.
Xiao Jie.
Xiao Jie.
Is Xiao up or Xiao down?
It's Xiao Jie.
Or short or long, Xiao Jie or Xiao Jie. Sorry, I don't normally make fun of people's name.
Really, May? I thought you always make fun of my name.
Yeah, your
小杰，你要跟他
WW.
讲，不是 up or down，是什么调声？第一调声还是第二调声？
please, I check kentang one. That one very chim. I don't understand.
汉语拼音啊。
哇 very chim, very chim.
对，
你讲什么哈？我不会听。
小。
笑。I see. I see Xiao Jie is very sporting. She's still smiling so broadly. Smiling from ear to ear. So is our TMD also.
There's another joke. I have an elder sister. So guess what is her name?
Well, very difficult. They're also very cheap.
大姐，
Oh,
Really, 大姐?
they're 大姐。
大姐，
大姐。
No. But it's very close already.
Is it?
Yeah, her name is.
Huh?
I say that should be 大姐.
大姐，
大力，小力，
that kind of name very sad. 大力小力。
力 is 哪一个力哈？不是那个一粒两粒的粒，是
没有啦，是那个草
哎，
字头。
那个是粒啊，please 啊，Margaret，一粒两粒，no 一粒两粒 one 啊。
Okay, hello, Ida. Hello, Linda.
Hello.
Linda today not punctually leh.
If punctual 6:59, she said I'm 1 minute.
Not punctual.
How
She's
dare
early by 1
you,
minute.
huh?
Early by 1 minute, not punctual.
Yeah. Early by 1 minute.
She's punctually. That's why she come in almost about time.
So I should say
Yes.
today
I
she's
just stepped
luckily.
in, just step home only.
Margaret and Linda, so you are luckily today.
Yes.
Hi.
Next time come early, not punctually.
Early 啊，not 肚子饿的饿。
Zhen, can we check if Ina is arriving?
Arriving. The ETA, you mean?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, please help.
I will text her.
Let me report the attendance for the speaker. The three out of the 4, 3 speakers still not here yet. All the
Oh.
evaluator are here already,
See how kanchiong the evaluator.
and the timer and the timer at the R count. Yeah, timer still waiting also for the timer. Yeah.
Yeah, our counter. Anna is here. Yeah, left the timer and the 3 speakers.
Dr. P.
Francis, do we still wait?
Shall we just wait for another 5 minutes?
Sampai
Please?
duduk kering.
Area we will wait.
Jangan ini macam semua angin tiup.
Another 5 minutes, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Who else is not here
You.
yet?
Who is not here? Please
The
put up your hand.
president of
The
Hamza still not here, so
I was trying to quietly call him.
No, Suchan, you should say, Hamza, are you here? Who is not here yet? Please put up your hand.
Quietly.
The president not here yet.
yeah.
Trying to quietly do it without anyone realizing it.
Yeah, I'm monitoring the attendance. Sorry.
Yeah, we tried to keep quiet, but cannot. Kena found out.
Our Zoom master very sharp one.
Wendy is the representative of the expo. Let me. We try to get Hamza just to make sure they don't get the time wrongly.
Hi there, Taufik.
Taufik.
Apa kabar? Berbaju
Baik.
merah.
Yes.
Salah
you can
nama.
see that.
Hey, Haida, we couple wear color.
Yeah, I saw you wearing red, so I changed.
And I wear.
Hello, Haida.
I said I must wear AIA colors today.
I see. Hey, you don't suppose Tampines Changkat is green, right? I'm wearing green today.
No, Tampines Changkat is not green.
You're not green now. You guys not green now. Oh, how sad.
Hello, people.
Oh, hi, Terence.
Terence. Oh, today not in suit
It
my
suits him.
jacket is on the chair. Does that count?
behind him.
The chair is suited up. Yes.
Oh, that's a good one, Suchan.
Also, you always assume that because I'm in suit, I'm wearing pants. Sometimes you just need freedom.
Oh my God, Linda.
Linda, which makcik is this, man? I thought somebody from Indonesia came.
Ibu Linda. Ibu Lee.
Anyway, I went to the wrong link, I went to Tampines Changkat.
For 2 more speakers.
It's 7:03. Let's wait for a couple more.
Denison is in. Ina is logging in.
The whole day today.
Hello. May I ask permission to screen share? Because I'll be sharing my screen later.
Yeah, me too. I thought everybody has permission. Right? I tried, cannot.
Oh,
Let me share some inappropriate websites just to prove it.
No, wait, hold on. You want to screen share? What is there to screen? What share are you screening?
PPT.
That screen.
No, I thought we normally say share screen because these two words are verbs also, so you have to be very careful. Oh, sorry, you have an LE here. So sorry. Okay, I withdraw what I say.
Okay, those who need to share screen, please try it now, so that we ensure that we run smoothly later. Thank you.
Yeah, it works.
And those who need to test your mic, if you're speaking later, do test as well while we're waiting for.
Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, gentlemen, all the speakers and evaluators are in ready.
If you want to test your voice, you need to unmute yourself. Nobody can hear you.
Good evening, everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
No, yeah, we
Yes,
can hear
we
you.
can
now.
hear you loud and clear.
Thank you. My mic is
Anybody
working.
else still want to test the screen?
Joshua, you're a bit cut off. Your head, half your head is not there. You might want to adjust it slightly.
Club president, all the speaker and evaluator are in ready except the timer. Do you want to start? I can add as a timer while waiting for the to come in.
Oh, okay. Is the other club president here?
Oh yeah.
I think he is unwell, so we are unable to get him. So why don't y'all just use Wendy as the stand-in president for the time being? So probably he might have taken some medicine. So meanwhile, can we just Wendy, can you stand in as the representative from Changkat?
I will sit in.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will also stand in as a timer. So I will stand in as a timer. Yeah.
Okay. So President, can I start the meeting now?
Yes, please proceed. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So welcome to AIA and Tampines Changkat combined meeting. I'm Ariel. Yeah. So tonight's theme is Day of Love. So I'm happy to share with you that today we have not one but two lovable TMDs of the day. Yeah. But before that, I need to recite the Toastmaster mission. So can I have the mission, please? Thank you. So we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. So let me introduce our two lovable TMDs of tonight. So we have our first TMD from AIA, Regine Sim. Yeah. So our speaker is empowered by her financial advisory profession to make a difference to the people who cross paths with her. She also believes that life is not it's about improving whatever we have. And our second TMD from Changkat today is from Xiao Jie, also known as SJ. So she's from Penang, Malaysia, and she enjoys singing, reading, and nature walks. So one of her favorite romantic movie is 13 Going on 30. Yeah, because it shows how love from complicated becomes simple. So I shall now hand over to both of our lovable TMDs of tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Ariel, for the wonderful introduction. But wow, look at the crowd over here. Don't you think we have quite a number of people with us tonight, Xiaojie? What's the occasion?
Well, I think people are still missing the bigger reunions at Chinese New Year. Or it could be love is in the air. Everywhere I look around. Love is in the air. Every second, every sound.
Oh, I know. It's Valentine's Day soon, right? Isn't it?
Right, you are, Regine. This time, both the Western and the Eastern Valentine Day are so close, 14 and 15 of February. We all feel Cupid's power and are compelled to spread our love through engaging with our fellow Toastmasters.
Oh my goodness. Welcome everyone. A fantastic Thursday evening to Club President Francis and Wendy, who is standing in for Hamza, Division G Director Margaret, District Officers, and fellow Toastmasters. Today, we are not spreading any nasty viruses, but we are spreading the spirit of love through our care and excitement in this meeting. It's a privilege and my absolute pleasure as your Toastmaster of the day, together with our dear co-TMD, Xiaojie, or you can call her XJ, to welcome you to our joint meeting between AIA and Tampines Changkat.
Right. Woo! So let's start with a little warm-up, shall we? Type in the chat box, what are your favorite Valentine gifts for someone that you love or care? Come on.
Come on, type in the chat box. What do you like
Cash.
to do?
Oh yes, definitely.
Cash.
Ultimate. Oh me, wow. How about single people? I mean, Valentine's can be for anyone who your family, your friends, or my handsome face. Okay, that's when food, nice, cash.
Oh, cash bouquet, that's nice. A walk in the park. Awesome. I myself, I also love to give chocolates maybe, or even bake some cookies and sometimes maybe some brownies and share it with my friends. Wow, now I'm craving for some food too. All right, let us start with the meeting proper by introducing to you this very group of very important people. Without them, we would not be able to run our meeting smoothly, and they are our appointment holders. First up, she helped to kickstart the meeting on time and reminded us of our Toastmasters mission. Introducing to you our Sergeant at Arms, Ariel Wu. He helped us to control the slides, and he is none other than our Zoom Master, Effective Coaching Level 2, Changkat Kim. And the role of the timer is to keep track of the time taken by the speakers, indicating the timing for each speaker by signaling to them the green, yellow, and the red background. The timer for this evening is Dynamic Leadership Level 1, Maria Abraham. But since she's still not in the meeting yet, so Catherine will take over.
She's here.
It's here already.
Okay, thank you. So let's welcome Maria into the meeting, and thank you for being the timer for tonight.
Right on. The one tracking the pause fillers such as A, so, but is our R counter, Edna Chu.
Who is
Providing
not
visual for tonight's meeting is our Creative Director, Dynamic Leadership Level 2, Shirley Chia. Finally, the one who will give us the word of the day is our Language Evaluator, Distinguished Toastmaster, Ng Kin Fong.
Thank you, appointment holders. I should now welcome Club President of AIA Toastmaster Club for her opening address. Let us welcome Persuasive Influence Level 3, Francis Go. Over to you, Francis.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the day. And thank you, Xiaojie, for injecting love into the air with that lovely song and your lovely voice. A lovely evening, Division Director, District Officers past and present, Club President and friends of Tampines Changkat Toastmasters, and of course, my fellow Toastmasters and friends. Welcome to AIA Toastmasters and Tampines Changkat Toastmasters joint chapter meeting. Oh yes, and Happy New Year to all. Wishing you all good health, success, and happiness. 恭喜发财.
红包拿来。
Both clubs have set the theme for today, Day of Love, because both the Western and Eastern Valentine's Day are around the corner. When we talk about love, often these two words come to my mind: fate and destiny. Is there a difference? I think there is. Fate is an event believed to be predetermined by some supernatural force. It is out of a person's control. Destiny, on the other hand, is shaped by the choices we made. Kin and Zhen met in Toastmasters. That is fate. The decision to date and progress further and be each other's destiny, well, that's destiny. And I'm sure all of us here looks forward to receiving their wedding invitations. And please inform us in advance so that we can start saving for it, okay? Similarly, fate brought us to this Toastmasters community. The skills we acquired, the guidance we received, and the friendship we forged in this community will help us to shape a better version of ourselves and a better destiny for ourselves. Our objective for this joint meeting is to build friendship between the two clubs, celebrate our shared interest in public speaking, and of course, to have lots of fun in the process. So my lovely Toastmasters comrades, let's have fun tonight. Back to you, Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you, Francis. Thank you, our club president. That was a very emotional love story, as well as a secret invitation to the most top wedding to go for. I'm waiting for it. So to help us build next our vocabulary, let's call upon our language evaluator to give us the word of the day. Let's welcome distinguished Toastmaster Kim Fong. Over to you, Kim.
Fantastic evening, both club presidents, division director Margaret, friends. The word of the day is dun, 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 stirring. Stirring. Now, I recognize that most of you should know this word. I see Margaret moving her hand around. Yep, this is the most common usage of the word stirring. However, there are more than just one definition, right? Sorry, there is more than just one definition. There are a couple of definitions. So stirring is causing excitement or strong emotion, rousing. For example, Francis's stirring speech resulted in a standing ovation from the audience. Stirring can also mean initial signs of activity or emotion. As winter faded, the wildlife began stirring. It can also mean to move a spoon. That's the one that I think we all know. Why do you keep stirring the coffee? Right? And to wake up. No one else was stirring at 5 a.m. The fifth definition, which I didn't put here, is in Singlish, where stirring means really to mess things up. Right? And it's often used with another word beginning with S, which is a nice alliteration, but since this is a formal meeting, I won't be using that phrase here, right? So try to use different forms of the word stir within all the different definitions you've learned today, and I look forward to a stirring meeting full of fun and love. Back to you, Toastmasters of the day.
Oh, thank you, Kim. What a stirring introduction of the word stirring. Now we go into the prepared speech section. We have 4 speakers who will stun us with their speeches. The first will be talking about persuasive influence, pathway level 1, project 1, icebreaker. I shall now invite the evaluator to read out the purpose statement for this project. The evaluator is Eric Tan from AIA. Over to you, Eric.
Good evening, everybody. So the project purpose is basically for the members to introduce himself or herself to the club and to do it in an organized manner. She has 4 to 6 minutes to complete this speech. All the best to the speaker. We look forward to your speech. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you. The timing for this project is 5 to 6 minutes. The timer, Maria, will show the sequence as follows. Timer. 4th minute, the green background will be shown. At the 5th minute, the yellow background will be shown. And at the 6th minute, the red background will be shown. Speaker, please remember to pin the timer. After the 6th minute, the speaker will have 30 seconds to conclude her speech before the bell rings. The title of the speech is Answers to Security Guards Questions. She asks, how many times have you done your icebreaker speech? First time was when she started her career in Chicago. She has zero memory of it now. Second time was in Chinese about 10 years ago. She was really nervous. Third, at a speechcraft course within the club. She was more confident. And fourth, today, she is introducing herself again, taking in feedback from her evaluators. Let us welcome Ina Yao from Tampines Changkat.
Thank you. Sorry. Can you hear me well?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I will start. A very good evening, everyone. A very good evening, my fellow Toastmasters. My name is Ina. Before I start proper, I would like to before I start introducing myself, I would like to ask you a question. Who do you think asked the most philosophical question? Which profession? Just now, Xiaojie already gave us a bit of a hint. Yes, security guard. Why? Why security guard asked the most philosophical questions? Think about what they would have asked. Where are you from? Who are you? Where are you from? Where are you going to? So today I am going to introduce myself with these 3 questions. So first is, who are you? I would think that those are the labels that we may have on us. So I will just share a little. When I was in my teenage years, I was Singapore National Youth Table Tennis Champion. When I first started my career, I was a green building consultant. I was a green building consultant, and we had consultancy firm in Chengdu, China. For the last 7 years, I was working on strategic planning in an IT firm, and we implement national platforms for quite a lot of countries in the world. So these are some of the labels that I have accumulated about who are you. And my second question is, where are you from? So I would take this question quite literally. It used to be a very easy answer because I would just say China, because I was born in Shanghai in China, and I came here when I was 13. But ever since I became a Singaporean, the answer became a lot more complicated to me. I will always say Singaporean, but as if I didn't say the rest of the things, I am deceiving you or I am not answering the question correctly. So it has been a difficult answer for me to answer more succinctly. And the third part is, where are you going? So I would take this as talking about our aspiration. So I mentioned that I was a youth table tennis champion, but do you know, when I was in kindergarten, what was my dream? My dream was to become the world champion. So as you can see, that the gap was quite big. I believe that I could have progressed much further if my parents more supportive and I was more confident of my choice. But I don't blame my parents because their concerns are valid. So I also mentioned that I had a consultancy in Chengdu many years ago, and our clients included, big real estate developers such as the real estate developer in Singapore as well as in China. So I was close to owning a business, but again, I believe I didn't. I was close to my aspiration of owning a business, but I thought that I could have progressed much further if I was more confident of my choice. Because back then, I was told that you were too young. You need to go back to the corporate to to learn more about business. So recently, I quit my job and tried to work on my own startup, which is a software to help trained customer service. So my aspiration is to enable individuals to cultivate positive human relationship. And I hope that this time I am, instead of saying, maybe in the near future, instead of saying I could have said that instead I have really, pushed my boundaries and achieved my goals. So to do that, I need your help to help me to become more confident and more effective, to become a more effective and confident communicator. So in conclusion, the three things that I've shared with you: who am I? My label. I have been in several domains, different things, but I really enjoy piecing together different resources to create value. And who am I? I am a Singaporean who was born in Shanghai, China. Where am I going? My aspiration. I'm working towards my goal of creating value for my target customers. And I really hope that this time I push hard enough to achieve my aspiration. For these three philosophical questions, I am still refining the answer, on this journey of life. But I hope that the snippets that I've shared with you will allow me to get closer to you. What are your answers to these three questions? I am looking forward to discovering the answers together with you as we get to know each other a lot better. Thank you.
Thank you, Ina, for your wonderful and very, I would think, inspiring, but very refreshing story, because it's very interesting to hear personal sharing from a security guard. Because who else over here has done that kind of working hours, and it's not easy. Yeah, and thank you for doing that part for us, and watching our security and watching over us. Okay, so now our next speaker. Give me a moment. All right, the next speaker, we will have the second speaker to deliver strategic relationships pathway level 1, project 2, evaluation and feedback part 2. I shall now invite the evaluator to read out the purpose statement for this project. The evaluator is Haider Taufik from Tampines Changkat. Over to you, Haider.
Toastmaster today. Purpose statement for this next project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. All the best. Got it.
Thank you, Haider. The timer for this project, as mentioned, is 7 to 5. The timer, Maria, will show the sequence as follows. At the 5th minute, the green background will be shown. At the 6th minute, the yellow background will be shown. And at the 7th minute, the red background will be shown. Then the speaker will have 30 seconds to wrap it up before the bell rings. The title of his speech is A Different Experience. The speaker is with AIA for the past 2 years and has been in the financial consultancy industry for the past 7 years. Prior to joining the financial consultancy industry, Gordon was a senior business executive with American MNCs for the past 40 years in the information technology industries. His area of responsibilities then was in the Asia Pacific region. One of his key domains is customer relationship software, and he had extensive experience in this area. Besides attending professional business, Gordon was also active in charity work, where he held key assignments and responsibilities. Gordon enjoys providing solutions to solve great business challenges and derives great pleasures in ensuring that the solutions are effectively executed and implemented. He does not believe in cutting corners and taking shortcuts. Let us welcome Gordon Liu from AIA. Over to you, Gordon.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, President, Madam, okay, and President of the other club, TMs. Okay, I shall start. Today, I'm talking about a different experience. Okay, let me just be sure that I do not offend anyone. I'm not talking about any particular company. In particular, I talk based on my past experience in the Asia Pacific region. Okay, let me start. I like to talk about something that we are very familiar, and that is customer service support. Okay, now I have followed this particular industry from the very early days, starting from what they call customer hotline, then eventually it evolved to customer support center, and then it called customer call center, and then later on now it's called customer contact center. Okay, now I hope this resonate with all of us, because somehow we would have connected with a service provider's customer service center and encounter this experience, right? Let me just set a scenario. Scenario one. You call a customer center, you get a call from you receive a pre-recorded message, usually saying, thank you for your call, you're important to the company, blah, blah, blah. Then the question is, you press key buttons, okay, with preset option. That will be the first round. Then later on, again, there were second round of buttons. Now, worst of all, you waited for a long time to try and speak to a live person, okay? And then after waiting for a while, you receive a message that say, oh, there are too many waiting callers. Please call back tomorrow during office hour. Ding, the line got cut off. Now, this is one scenario. Another case, maybe you are fortunate enough, you get to speak with a live agent. Very good. Now, then you have multiple level of verification. All right, this is happening very, very evidently in most banks' call center. Okay, the verification involves personal data, whereby if you miss out one or you share one of your response wrongly, then they will continue to ask you until your line hook and sinkers data are all in there. Okay, end of the day, these are what usually happen. The caller will get frustrated, sometimes disappointed. You also get time wasted, and your problem may not even be solved. So at the end of the day, you get very disappointed, dissatisfied. But then, to make things even worse, there's no feedback mechanism, because that's how it's organized. Now let's look at another scenario. Okay, you call a call center. A cheerful voice greets you, address you by your name, ask you, how are you feeling this morning, afternoon, or evening? And also ask you, how was the last resolution offered to you, and the follow-up that they have followed with the resolution. Some even say, after that, they say, what can I do for you today? Now, this is a totally different scenario. You get a surprise. Now, what actually happened to this different scenario? This is what I call a customer's call center support center setup. Now, each contact center agent has a complete setup, okay? 4 to 5 screen big enough, okay? They use computer telephony, whereby when you call in, your CLI, call line identification, will kick up and all your profile are saturated on the 5 screen, okay? Then the call center agent will look at all the things that you've communicated with them through the touch point, which includes previous telephone conversation, normal snail mail, email, social media, web pages, okay, and call to action, and even a jump page. A jump page is a page you fill in all your personal particulars before they let you go to the next page. All right, what happened? Importantly, another screen will show all the support action plus frequently asked questions based on a relational database sorted by keyword, index system, and search functionality. Benefit to the caller. No time wasted. All call information are on screen. Turnaround time is almost instant. No verification needed. All requests for document are organized and fired off immediately. Even intra-departmental requests are organized through a single point of contact. Now, what's the bottom line? The bottom line is the most important here: total holistic customer experience. Excellent customer experience. I think this is what all of us are looking at. All right, it demonstrates a good company culture and the staff are highly motivated to help. What goes around the marketplace? And then what happened? Happened that we do have after all this experience, you enjoy it, you treasure the experience, and you want to deal with the call center again. Now, having said that, my conclusion is that Singapore, we have a long way to go. After looking at the Asia Pacific landscape, I know banks and telco, which I handle in Hong Kong, Taiwan, and main cities in China, are already on that many years back. They're always eager to use their innovative customer relationship management software technology to engage their customer. With this, members, fellow members, and officials, I thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Gordon, for such a holistic customer experience description. I think most of us, when we first started, we were like sleeping, and then later, most of us were stirring and perking up when we heard this beautiful lady voice that is part of his call center excellence. Wow. I think only voice recognition can trump that. Next, we have the third speaker delivering Motivational Strategies Pathway Level 1, Project 2, Researching and Presenting. I shall now invite the evaluator to read out the purpose statement for this project. The evaluator is Gerald Young from AIA Toastmasters. Over to you, Gerald.
Good evening. Thank you very much. Ganison, your purpose statement states that the purpose of this project is for you to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. You have 5 to 7 minutes. All the best to you.
Great. Since the timing sequence is the same as the previous speaker, I shall not repeat. The title of this speech is Take It Slow. The next speaker likes to ask, why? Even to the most simple things like, why did he decide to eat a whole bar of chocolate yesterday? He wants to discuss how we can make better decisions. Please welcome Proficiency in Effective Communication, Janison Wibawa. Over to you, Janison.
Thank you, Xiaoqie and Gerald. First, I want to ask a question. Do you think how many decisions do we make each day? Please type in chat. How many decisions do we on average make each day? 10,000, 10, 20, 20,000, 1,000. Yep, around the ballpark. But when I was asked this question, I thought the decisions I always make each day is where I want to eat today. And when I got there, what I want to eat there. And then after I finish eating, do I want to tap out? Yeah, so that's 3 times. I eat 3 times a day, so 9, right? That must be true. Nah, it's actually 35,000 decisions each day, based on research by Professor Kahneman of University of California, Berkeley. My fellow Toastmasters and friends, why did I eventually research this topic? Because when I was young, I was a really curious kid. I always asked why. Why are we driven to do certain things and not other things? What actually drives us? Why? What makes us to do certain decisions and not others? This stirred an emotion in me to start studying psychology on the side of my actual career. And yeah, I've read some books and I've read a lot of journals. And eventually, one of the most interesting discoveries I found is about 2 systems. Now, what is this 2 systems? It will be easier to demonstrate than to explain about these 2 systems. Now, with still in chat, I want you to answer fast about these 6 questions I'm about to ask you. 2 plus 2. 17 times 24. Wow, Wendy is smart, eh? Bread and butter, correct. My New Year's resolution is those are all valid. And what is this emotion? Angry. I'm confused. Yep. And what is the best move in this position? Okay. Yep. So this basically demonstrates about the 2 systems. It argues that our brain consists of 2 systems, system 1 and system 2. While solving those quizzes, you might notice that some of the questions are easier. And when I say 2 plus 2, a number instantly pops in your head. You did not need to think. Same when I say bread and, something instantly comes up in your head. And when I show you this picture, you immediately get a feeling of angriness or ominosity from the picture. But on the other side, it's much more strenuous. It requires some computation. When you see 17 times 24, it takes quite a bit of time, unless you are Wendy. And when you see my New Year's resolution is, you need to think of what's your actual New Year's resolution. You need to memorize. You need to dig your memory. Same as if you are not a chess master, it will take a bit of time to come up with the best move in this chess position. And that's why these 2 systems exist. One is our subconscious system, I should say, that makes decisions for us for something that is simple, like I won't need to think a lot to recognize what color this wallet is, or I would not need to think a lot to recognize that these scissors are sharp. And system 2 requires conscious thinking, something you use on an exam, something you use on an interview. That's our system 2. Now, why did it exist? From those 35,000 decisions, imagine if all of them we need to do consciously. I cannot even do 2 decisions at once. I cannot even multitask 2 things at once. How am I supposed to do 35,000 a day? So that's why roughly 98% of our decision is made by the subconscious. It's like when we are going to the hawker center, breathing while you are walking, actually walking while you are walking, it's all unconscious decisions. And the slow part of our brain only takes 2%. So these 2 systems, they work in tandem. But there are times where we actually make a decision that we regret, where it most likely caused by system 1 doing something that a system 2 should do. Something like this. 33% off, 10% cashback, 7 sold already, I need to buy. That's what system 1 would say. But system 2 would think that, I will be spending $38 for this purchase. Is this value for me? That's what system 2 would think. If your system 1 rules, it would straight up buy this. On an exam, a system 1 might recognize a question and mark it as complete and mark it instantly, not consulting system 2. I've also been on a sunk ship situation in a relationship where, I thought my system 1 thinks that I've invested a lot of time into this relationship that I need to give another chance. And lastly, yesterday, my system 1 did this. And in conclusion, so what? We have 35,000 decisions and not all could be processed. So that's why we have 2 systems and they work together to ensure that we are not overwhelmed by information. But sometimes system 1 makes decisions by itself. So having been made aware of this, as I have, I want you all to realize that when the world demands us to be fast, to make fast decisions, you need to take it slow so that system 2 can make the best decision for us. Back to you.
Thank you, Jenison, for explaining to us these 2 different systems that is in our brain. So now I remember, now I understand how to make better decisions. Next up, the 4th speaker and final speaker will be delivering Persuasive Influence Pathway Level 2, Project 1, Understanding Your Leadership Style. I shall now invite the evaluator to read out the purpose statement for this project. The evaluator is Vincent Chen from Tampines Changkat. Over to you, Vincent.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, Xiao Jie, and fellow Toastmasters at AIA and Tampines Changkat. The project statement for this is for the member to identify his or her primary leadership style or styles. Is for the member to share some aspect of his or her primary leadership style or discuss leadership styles in general. Timing sequence will be 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Romina.
All right, Romina, please remember to pin the timer. Okay. The title of her speech is The Unknown Leader. She finds that most people find it hard to call her name. So you can call her Mini. She totally agrees with Master Ugwe. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. But today is a gift, so seize the day. Let us welcome Persuasive Influence Level 1, Romanian Leonard.
Thank you. What makes a leader in today's world? Our world has many leaders who are obvious and famous: head of state, CEOs, celebrities, champion athletes, and more. Their pictures appear everywhere on our TV, internet, newspaper, and magazines. When you think of leaders, who comes to your mind? Lee Kuan Yew? The Pope? Jeff Bezos? Or maybe even Donald Trump? For years, I thought leadership is about titles, money, and power. But then I realized leadership is not about fame and glory, but about contributing to a better society. It is not about the strongest nor the most intelligent, but one that is most adaptable to change. It is not about winning every contest, but about striking or taking risks in pursuit of excellence. It is making an impact, inspiring, and lifting others. My fellow Toastmasters and guests, how about you? What does leadership mean to you? As the saying goes, leaders are born. Leaders are made, not born. They learn from trial and error as well as experience. Can I become one? Or can we become one? You see, my other job in construction industry, I am just a regular employee in the office. No title in a male-dominated workplace. Every day I go to the office, I feel frustrated. It stirs up my emotions. Why? Because I see tons of paper wasted each day. If you're having a hard time visualizing how much paper that really is, imagine your encyclopedia book sets or your Harry Potter books. Even worse, 30% of print jobs are never even picked up from the printer. And 45% of printed paper ends up in the trash bin by end of the day. Imagine my boss can save money if they reduce the printing of paper. He can use that money to give us more free lunch or maybe add to our bonus. But why am I so affected? So what? It's not my company. Who cares? Right? Why care? Well, climate change, global warming. Why I care? Because I love my family. Earth is what we have all in common. There is no planet B. But what can I do? I am nobody. I am not a leader. My boss ran the show and I am powerless. How can I make a difference? Instead of sitting around waiting for the day that I'm in charge, I choose to start changing my situation right now. Gandhi said, I'll become the change. As Lao Tzu famously said, a journey of 1,000 miles begin with one step. Well, I took 3 steps. Step 1, I consume less. Instead of buying clothes, I swap clothes. If I buy only once a year at Buy to Save. Buy to Save is an annual event where all proceeds will go to the Singapore Committee for United Nations of Women to help end up violence against women in Singapore. And I eat meatless every Friday. And I walk home instead of taking a public transport. Step 2, reuse. At work, I use reusable water bottles. And I save 60 cents per day because I choose to bring my own food container. I carry my eco bag every day. Step 3, I go paperless. I also got the approval from my boss to switch to electronic to minimize printing. As a result, I have inspired and encouraged my colleagues to do the same. They started to pack their lunch with reusable containers. They started to use less paper for printing. They started to use the stairs instead of elevator. And the list goes on. My actions are small, but the ripple effects can create extraordinary change. I don't have a title. I never thought of being a leader, nor I am famous. But I become a leader through making an impact through my small actions. And yes, I am satisfied. Leadership is not about being obvious and famous. It is about contributing to a better society. It's about for the betterment of others. So be the leader you wanted to be one day or day in one, you decide. Now, back to you, Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you, Romania, for such a stirring persuasion for all of us to practice healthy and environmentally friendly habits. Wow, thank you. I also actually use reusable containers, by the way. So now we have heard all four speakers. Isn't it exciting, enriching, and stirring? That brings us to the end of this prepared speech segment. Before we poll for the best speaker, let us take a look at the timer's report. Over to you, Maria.
Hi, good evening, AIA and Tampines Toastmasters. I shall announce the times report for all the four speakers. In Ayau, 5 minutes and 36 seconds. Gordon Liu, 6 minutes and 44 seconds. Janison Wibawa, 7 minutes and 52 seconds. Romania Leonard, 6 minutes 43 seconds. All qualified except Janison Wibawa. Thank you.
Right, so the Zoom master shall now put up the polling.
Sure.
Right, I hope all of you have submitted your choice. Giving 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, the polling is closed.
Poll closed. Next up, what do we have? It's the empowering and intriguing table topic segment. I would like to call upon fellow Toastmaster Swati Gupta, who believes in the power of love and believes it only gets multiplied by giving away. So let's welcome Swati Gupta. Over to you, Swati.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for the introduction. So, Mr. Club President, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, a very stirring good evening. Now we are on the most stirring portion of the Toastmaster meeting, which is the table topic session. So I will just share my screen with you guys now. Sorry. You can see my screen? No, not yet.
Not yet. See.
Okay, sorry. Okay, is
Yes,
it good
now
now?
we can
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is, believe me, this is going to be an entertaining session, and at the same time, it will challenge members to develop their impromptu communication skills to effectively think on their feet and speak off the cuff by answering unrehearsed situations which we get in day-to-day life. So certain ground rules to be set before for all our speakers and especially for our guests. The time allocated for each speaker is 2 minutes. I repeat, the time allotted is 2 minutes. At the first minute, the green background will be shown. At the 1 minute 30 second, yellow background will be shown. At the second minute, red background will be shown. After which, the speaker will have 30 seconds to conclude his or her speech before the bell rings. Those who will speak within time will get qualified for the Best Table Topic Award. So we are all set. Today's theme is all about love. And it took me 18 years back and made me think about Bollywood Hindi movie Hum Tum. Let me show you my Hum Tum character. These are my Hum Tum characters. So hum is a Hindi word, and in English it means me, and tum, it means you. Thus the movie is like, it's a normal dramatic movie. It's talking about, you know, how they met, they fought, they break up, and then how they reunite. So it was about how they become us from me and you. Some of us are very lucky that they fall in love at first sight, but for others, it is a step-by-step process where you go, you know, together on this 8-day journey. I think so everybody knows this week is like a Valentine Day, and the first day everybody knows is a Rose Day. So we will start our session now. Can I please have my first volunteer for the table topic?
I support you. I go ahead. Terence.
Terence, thank you so much, Terence. So I will take you to the first topic, which is Rose Day. So to bring it like, you know, more drama, and so I have basically we will do a bit of a character play here. So you can be hum in this, and the topic is, what is the most craziest thing you have ever done in love? I repeat, what is the most craziest thing you have ever done in love?
Well, actually, most and craziest is a redundancy because it's already the craziest, but anyway. I don't know whether it's the craziest thing I ever did when I was in love, because I wasn't sure I was in love. But a long, long time ago, when I was much younger, I met a girl for a date. It was the 7th of February. And I said, perhaps we should consider making this a rather more exclusive arrangement. And let's meet next week. And so we met next week, which happened to be the 14th of February. Now, I normally don't go out on the 14th of February because it's very expensive. You can get flowers cheaper on other days. In any case, she misunderstood what I said when I used the word an exclusive arrangement, and she told her dad we were getting married. And I didn't have it in me to say that's not what I meant. And that's how I got married after 2 dates and 7 days. So that is the craziest thing that happened to me. True story. Now let me tell you that the marriage was very interesting because we barely knew each other. I was just horny. She was beautiful. We went our honeymoon in 2004 in December. Anyone knows what happened in December in 2004? The Asian tsunami. I was in Phuket during the tsunami. If that was my honeymoon, can you imagine what my wedding was, my marriage was like? So after 1 year, 12 days, 6 hours, and 20 minutes, we got divorced. Yes, I counted. It was a memorable wedding. It was a memorable marriage. And it was certainly a memorable divorce. She didn't take it very well when I brought my girlfriend to the court proceedings because I'm such a jerk. I'm not the hero of this story. I'm certainly the villain. I certainly regret it. And in there is a lesson to be learned for everyone. Never, ever, ever get married after 7 days. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Terence. It was so interesting. It was so good. The most craziest thing. So looking for my next volunteer for the next day.
Hi, Christian, I want to volunteer.
Yeah. Thank you, Krish. Here your topic goes, which is for proposed day. What is the most romantic thing that has happened to you?
Thank you. Show of hands, has anyone tried to do something romantic but overthink it? For example, all a girl would expect is a flower and nice words. But as guys, we will probably overthink it and think that we must do something out of this world. The more we do, the more points we score, probably the higher chance for us to get her. The most romantic thing that has happened to her would be I booked the whole restaurant for her. So basically how it works is the amount of tables in the restaurants we filled with my friends. So it's kind of just them taking up the whole place and a nice place where it would be just me and her. And we would talk and we would share and we would laugh. After that, I was thinking, maybe it's not enough. It must be more. We must give more. Cannot be. If I don't do now, someone else is going to do it. And that will be no good. So I have to try. So I thought, hey, maybe, let's take her to a movie. We take her on a movie, we laugh, we shared, we joy. By the end of the day, after everything that happens, I realized sometimes it's just a flower getting on your knees and just telling her how much you like her. It's as easy as that. Back to you.
Wow. Thank you, Krish. You're right. It is easy. It's very simple. Just, small gestures are very meaningful. So I'm looking for my next volunteer. We can, some guests can also volunteer.
Yes. Hello. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Zeph here.
Zeph, hi. So I take you to the third day, which is chocolate day. So, and your topic is, if you could change one thing about your partner, what would it be?
My partner, she's so beautiful. She's so amazing. Perfect. Why? Why would I want to change something about her? Maybe it's because she doesn't like the toilet seat up. Or maybe it's the wet floor after the showers. Or maybe it's the burnt pans after cooking. No, but after all, she's still her, I'm still me. We came together because there was something that we found was just amazing about each other. We changing something about someone else. It's not just people are people because they are them. It sounds just like that, but people, like, humans are human because they err. Robots cannot replace a human. Likewise, changing someone will make them not themselves. So I would change nothing. about my partner. Because she is amazing just the way she is. Back to you.
Wow, great. So accept the people as they are. Wow, what a thought. Great. Thank you so much, Zeph. So looking for our next volunteer for the 4th day of this Valentine week.
I can. Pragna.
Yeah, okay. Pragna. Thank you so much, Pragna. And your topic is here. Marriages are made in heaven. Do you really believe in it?
Okay. Hi. Marriages are made in heaven. Do you really believe in it? So I'm married for past 13 years. And I think for the first year of my marriage, I really believe so. But I think as you mature, the idea changes. So if anybody comes with a statement at this stage that marriages are made in heaven, I would say no, they are not. And basically, you have to make heaven in your life, in your current life. So it's reverse, that marriages are decided and wherever it is, but it's up to you whether you make it heaven or hell. So that's that's what I feel. And I would like to twist it that marriages are made by the people, and it's up to you whether you choose it to be heaven or hell. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Pragna. You're very right. The helm is in our hands, so we can take it the way we want. Thank you so much. So looking for my next volunteer.
That will be Linda Lee.
Yeah, thank you, Linda. So here you go with your next topic, which is Promise Day. If you could be guaranteed one thing in your relationship, what would it be?
Roses are red, my love. Violets are blue. Sugar is sweet, my love, but not as sweet as you.
Yes. What would I guarantee? I would guarantee a positive attitude, and there will be music all the days of our lives. And there will be a walk in the park, especially on a cold, rainy night like tonight. A long, long time ago, that was when he promised me that. And today, I'm questioning him, where is your guarantee? Are all these happening, or am I dreaming? Well, I'm glad to report that it is real. It's happening in my life because we made a decision to make it happen, to bring heaven to earth, as our earlier speakers has confirmed and agreed. So it is all really in our hands to work things out. Definitely marriage is not a bed of roses. Those of us who are married, we can attest to that. But then again, it is a matter of making intentional choices, decisions to make this thing work and to bring heaven to your home. Thank you, and back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much, Linda. Your voice is really amazing. And you're very right, choice is in our hand. Okay, so looking for my next volunteer. Volunteer, please. Or you want me to pick? Next one is a very interesting topic. Oh, sorry.
Let's invite our division director, Margaret Low. Yay. Let's give a round of applause to her.
I've been working in the background.
Yeah.
Hi, Swati.
Yeah, hi, Margaret.
What do you have for me?
Okay, Margaret, so here you go with your this one topic, which is on Hug Day. Is it better to have loved and lost or to have never loved at all? What's your opinion about it? Is it better to have loved and lost or to have never loved at all?
Fabulous, lovely evening to both club presidents and all my friends at Tampines Changkat. We are built, we are creatures of love. We were created to love. To not have loved is to not experience a significant part of our lives. And where would we be if we do not have love? We do not know what being stirred inside means. I think many people, especially the men in this room, would know what that means. I believe if we have not loved at all, we would not have felt loved ourselves, because love is about giving. And when you are stirred enough to give, you will receive twice, maybe many times more. But is it better to have loved and lost? Well, go and search for your love and hang on to that dear love so that you don't lose it. I would pick better to love and not lose it. But if you need to lose it, or if it's taken away from you, you know that you have the memories of being loved. You know that you have the memories of loving. And that is what love is about. That is what life is about. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much, Margaret. I also believe in the same. Love gets multiplied when you give it. So thank you for volunteering. I'm looking for my next volunteer. Guys, it's an interesting topic today.
What about Chen? I'm sure we got a lot of things to ask her. I mean, since Kim is a language evaluator.
Okay lah. Next. Okay, after that, Joe, huh?
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Zoha. So I take you to the next topic, which is, in an argument, who needs to have the last word?
Thank you.
Oh, I like this one.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. I know the guys in the room would say it's best to let your wife have the last say, because so that you can sleep in the bed and not in the sofa. I think that's what most guys in this room would say. Personally, I think at the end of the day, in an argument, I feel that it is not about who needs to have the last word. At least in my relationship with Kin, my fiance, we try to come to an agreement. Like, if I disagree with him on something, let me think of an example. Especially about Toastmasters. I think it's commonly known in Changkat that after every chapter meeting, he has a general evaluation by me, because I will give a general evaluation of how the meeting goes. And I will give feedback on what I feel can be better. And then we will argue about some of these pointers. At the end of the day, I realized that we each have our own opinion and we both could be correct. All it takes is for us to take a step back, listen to the other person's opinion, and then decide whether could we come to an agreement in the middle. And usually that's what we do. That's why we are still together. Because both of us are rather stubborn and both of us think we are right. So in my opinion, in an argument, it's not about who needs to have the last word. It's about how can two persons come to an agreement and decide that one thing together. With that, back to you, Table Topic Master.
Wow, wonderful. So loving is not just looking at each other, it is also looking it into the same direction. Wow, wonderful. Thank you so much. So looking for my next volunteer. Last one. And
Hi, I can try.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Tia. So here you go with the next one. So I'm going to share with you my favorite love song.
I think I cannot hear.
Okay, so this was my favorite love song. What is your favorite love song? And does it remind you of someone special?
My favorite love song is Everything Has Changed from Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran. It reminds me of course, of my husband because I love him. And yeah, I think because after he comes to my life, everything has changed. Some are good, some are bad, but I think what's more important is we become more loving and we also become better people as we adjust to live together and to work together. Because like the previous speaker said, that marriage depends on you, whether it's heaven or hell. As we work together to create our heaven, we become better, and that's why everything has changed for the better. So that's my favorite love song, and I hope on this Valentine's Day celebration you can also remember your favorite love song and celebrate love. Back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Tia. That's my favorite also. That's too my favorite. And I agree with you. A lot of things have changed. Yeah, so this was the end of the session. So I would like to show you a real live hum tum now. This one is me and my husband, the hum tum, like I was saying 18 years back when we got, married. So this was the movie which triggered. So this is about it. So thank you everyone for amazing your participation and coming up. Can we please have timer's report?
Sure. Yes, here are the timing for the table topics. Terence Nunes, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Chris, 1 minute and 42 seconds. Zeptio, 1 minute and 27 seconds. Pragnavora, 0 minute 53 seconds. Linda Lee, 1 minute 45 seconds. Margaret Low, 1 minute 35 seconds. Suchen, 1 minute 47 seconds. And Tia, 1 minute and 6 seconds. So all are qualified.
Thank you so much, Maria. So Zoom Master, can we have polling, please?
Okay, we'll close the poll in 5 second times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Priya. Thank you. Thank you everyone once again, and handing back to the Toastmaster of the day, of the evening.
Thank you so much, Wati, for such an interesting table topic selection on the topic of love. I think most of us have been stirred with emotions of love, and I'm about to stir my cup of coffee, stirring it while I was listening to get more stirring words into the vocabulary. But nice one with all of the participants sharing their most personal love stories and future love stories. For some of us who are still single, please gambate, continue on. So now it's 8:23. We will first have a photograph session before we go for our 10-minute break. So please turn on your cameras, put on your brightest smile, your most alluring smile, as if you are staring at your lover. And then can we have the Zoom master will have us take a nice photo. And we can also have some music.
Yeah, total there'll be 2 pages. Give me some time. Okay, so for
Sure.
page 1,
So we will smile.
yeah, smile.
Smile. Can also show love. Can you also show?
Okay, Eric, are you taking? I hear somebody taking.
Yeah, I took pictures. I took 2 pictures.
Okay, can. Okay, then you take over. Yeah, because I still have to
Okay,
cut and
one more
paste.
time. Keep smiling.
Smile.
Okay, one last one. 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, good to go.
Excellent.
What about page 2? Have you taken page 2?
Yes.
Okay, can. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kiki, and thank you, Zoom Master Kim, Kim. So now we will go for our 10-minute break. Please be back by 8:35.
Hai Club President Hamzah, apa khabar? Bagus. And Joe, long time no see, Joe. How are you?
Bagus.
Bagus, eh? Okay, good. Good to hear that.
Joe, have you ever heard of the song Goodbye Joe, we gotta go, Jambalaya?
And he not know that song.
How could he not know?
You'd be very surprised, Maybe he listens to Hindi songs, I don't know. Can't judge, Maybe he's singing Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum in his car.
How about this one?
I imagine myself stirring to this song, but I can't hear it, sorry.
How about this one?
Oh, Michael Bubble.
Get ready.
Michael Bublé.
Michael Bubble actually sounds better because it rhymes. I just realized it.
See the
Because of
accent
Terrence.
on the E? Bublé.
Yeah. But it rhymes.
Okay, fine. Michael Blah blah.
Blabu. Michael Blabu.
In any case, nobody can listen to any music, just so you know, in case you're wondering. You're just listening to
Need to reshare the screen with music, I think.
Yeah, you're just listening to yourself, you selfish bugger, you.
This Changkat Tong.
Would anybody like to take another topic? I mean, I prepared some topics for my chapter meeting previously, but I don't know if since it's break time, is anyone interested?
Can start your share screen first.
Pakim, you need to stop sharing, Pakim.
Stop sharing.
What is this spoiler? What is this spoiler?
Everyone's interested in what, John? Zep, what are you talking about?
I was asking if anyone was interested to take a topic during the break time because I have some prepared here.
You know, Xiaojie want to do.
Go ahead, I'm sure a lot of people want to answer. Things like what is your debit card number and in 2 to 3 minutes, what is your debit card number and password? Something like that.
What's your date of birth?
Yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
You can give the topic. I think you will.
Okay.
What's the name of your first pet?
Yes, let's go. I have over here topics. You can choose anyone. They're not specifically about the romantic love, but the 8 different kinds of the Greek love. Yes.
Oh my God, does that include pederasty between an older man and a younger man?
No, actually, that wasn't one that I remember.
There's also Greek love, I mean, it's legal now, but.
I mean, okay. Well, when the Greeks described love, there were 8 different forms of it specifically. At least from what I read from the web. it might not actually have been like that because things change over time, right? Right? So, would anybody like to try? See what's hiding behind.
I mean, I just googled pederasty and I'm surprised you know about it.
And a font of useless knowledge. Also illegal things.
Oh my god, Terrence.
Philo is Greek love.
Yes, it's the self-love, right?
Yes,
think-
otherwise known as masturbation.
No, that is not correct. It's about taking care of yourself.
Terrence, I think you better stop making Zeph blush already. As red as a flower on his right. Didn't you notice it's so uneasy?
Yes.
Change the topic.
Thank you, Gerald.
Okay, why don't you look up the word onanism? O-N-A-N-I-S-M.
No, I think we stick to Lisa Ono, the Japanese Brazilian singer, jazz singer.
Show us a question, yeah, Zeph.
Okay. Would you like to tell a story? Okay, actually, right. Let me just.
Don't ask a Toastmaster. Would you like to tell a story? Come on, Zeph.
Yes, of course. I guess I made it.
Toastmasters are all storytellers, good or bad or whatever. They are still telling stories.
You know who was a Toastmaster? The Joker. You wanna know how I got these scars? He was doing table topics all the time towards the
Yes, okay. Okay, all right. So the topics I have here, they're not specifically questions, but they're just topics to provoke imagination.
To stir the mind, you mean?
Yes.
You should learn to stir.
Imagination.
Yes, stir the thoughts. All right, let's go.
This is
Let's go with 11.
Eight kinds of love is there to stir the loins.
Should we go 11?
Yeah, I want to let you know that Kin is not yes, he's not taking down any of this.
No issue. No issue.
Came up for the toilet, so guys.
It's
So he was stirring something else.
Oh well.
No.
Wow.
Okay, let's not go there. Okay.
Oh, the opposite of love. That's easy. Marriage. Next.
Oof. Big oof. Okay. I guess this one's a bit too hard. How about
Quick, time running out. Pick one.
this one. Oh, philia is affection. Then what's the self-love one? Would anybody like to? Denison, could you give us 2 minutes of your opinions?
Well, family, I think by definition, not by definition, by understanding of me, family is not just family, since it's widely accepted that we can adopt family members or can have like, what do you call it? Yeah, adopt or like have someone that's not related by blood your family. So why does this not apply to friends? Since yeah, friends, our bestest of friends, our dearest of friends are the friends that are here, that are with us through thick and thin, and everything that we can share everything with. And isn't that the same as other definitions of family? There's nothing strictly saying that family is only us related by blood. But yeah, it's always good to have friends that you can rely upon, and through a lifetime, yeah, they could be your family too.
Indeed. Like marriage. Yes. All right. Okay. Thank you, Jenison, for sharing. I think it's true that family sometimes extends beyond just the family that we have. Sometimes, okay, because sometimes they're just people that are so nice that they extend this mature love to you like a family would, and then you feel more loved as a friend to that person sometimes than as a family. It's possible in this world because there's so many different kinds of people, and parents may not treat you the same way that other parents might, for example, right? Thank you for sharing. Now, I have another interesting topic here. No, but okay, never mind. That one's a bit, okay, let me see.
If you're afraid to be controversial, you're way too late.
Of course, that I am. What was I talking about? Wow, this amazing mind of mine making a decision right here. Not making a decision, I mean. What time? How long is the break until? It's
Soon. So the break will be ending in about 1 minute's time.
okay.
8:25.
All right, then I shall stop sharing.
Friends are more important than family sometimes because you don't choose your family, but you choose your friends. Think about it.
Why don't we think the other way around? Your family choose you.
I mean, that depends also, right? Because sometimes the family might not.
How did your family choose you? So
If
your
they don't
father is
choose
like,
you,
Wendy, go, I choose you.
if they don't choose you, they will abandon you from young.
That is correct. I mean, I agree with that statement, not that is correct. All right, it's 8:35.
Sweet statement.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone, from AIA and Tampines Changkat. Hope you had a nice break. Now we are back to our party of love. We have not forgotten this positive feeling, this stirring feeling. And so we bring this into our next segment, which is the project evaluation. The objectives of the project evaluation are to highlight the strengths of the speakers and also to suggest opportunities for improvement. The time limit given for each evaluator is 2 to 3 minutes. The timer will show at the second minute the green background. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, the yellow background will be shown. And at third minute, the red background will be shown. Let me check if the timer is back. Hello, hello.
Maria, are you back?
Yeah, no, not yet, right?
Yeah, she's back. She's back.
Oh, now you're right. Great. So, second minute, green. And a second minute and 30 seconds, it will be yellow. And a third minute, it will be red. After which, the speaker will have 30 seconds to conclude his or her evaluation before the bell rings. Tonight, we have esteemed guests from both clubs, and we deeply appreciate evaluation cross clubs as well. The first evaluator evaluating inner speech is from AIA. This evaluator is well known in AIA Toastmasters. He is the past president, 4 times club evaluation champion, and a renowned pathway trainer in DAT. He is happy to be here to learn from everyone in attendance. Let's put our hands together to welcome distinguished Toastmaster, Eric Tan. Over to you, Eric.
A terrific Thursday evening. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. It was Mark Twain who said, the secret of getting ahead is to get started. Congratulations to you, Ina, for getting started because you're on your way to become a successful speaker and a confident communicator. Club President, Division Director, District Officer Past and Present, and fellow friends, today Ina completed her icebreaker in a striking, stunning, and sterling manner. Let me share with you guys what we can learn from Ina, even though this is her first speech. First of all, Ina, I love the fact that you gave us a very refreshing approach. You ask, who are you? Where are you from? Where are you going to? These are the questions we heard from our security guards, but we never ever thought of it from a philosophical standpoint. But you stir us to think about it in this viewpoint. And I thought that was refreshing. That is commendable. You draw the audience to your speech. Second, your delivery, you exhibit confidence by standing up with an infectious smile. You maintain eye contact by looking into the camera, and this helps you to build rapport with your audience. And audience love to listen to a confident lady. And third, you make it a point, you were considerate enough to make a point to summarize your points at the end to allow audience to remember what you have reiterated. This is fantastic because by doing so, audience remember your speech better, they remember you better. Some areas of consideration. Number one, for every first-time speaker, my suggestion would be to remember to breathe. Regulate your breathing. Ensure your nerves don't get the better of you. By doing so, you can deliver at a steady pace so that the audience will not be able to sense your nervousness and certain important information will not be lost due to your fast delivery. You can do, when you regulate breathing, it will sound like this. I hope you guys can help me. Make me a confident communicator so that when I see you the next time, I can say I have and not I could. Breathe. Pace yourself. Second, because this is an icebreaker, take the opportunity to share your strengths. You can say something like, since young, I've always been dedicated to my craft. When I picked up table tennis, I trained hard every day. That's why when I was 12, I became a youth table tennis champion. I carried this dedication to the workforce. It was not easy being an entrepreneur, but I was dedicated. And I have a successful consultancy company at the age of 25. Don't be afraid to showcase your ability. Seize the opportunity when it presents itself. Finally, you shared who are you, where you're from, where you're going. You may want to consider one more important question, not by the security, but by yourself. Why does it matter? Why do you want to be a confident communicator? Why do you believe being a communicator matter? This is purpose. Knowing purpose allows audience to relate to you better, elevate your credibility, and allow you to connect with your audience. So Ina, your refreshing approach, confident demeanor, stirring something are commendable. Consider the brief, seize opportunity, share your strength, and elaborate your purpose will make you unstoppable. You are in the club that's renowned and respectable. Continue this journey and you will be impeccable. With that, back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Eric, for such a concise and powerful evaluation. Moving on, the second evaluator evaluating Gordon's speech is visiting from Tampines Changkat. Our evaluator is a peak performance success coach with his organization, the High Flyer Nation. As a peak performance specialist, he coaches individuals to become the best version of themselves so that they can achieve their goals faster. He also conducts training for professionals to be internationally certified public speaking coaches. Let us give a warm round of applause for Presentation Mastery Level 2, Haider Taufik. Over to you, Haider.
Club presidents, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and of course, Gordon. Thank you for stirring our hearts and minds by sharing with us your passion for customer service. Now, it's clear as day that this topic is close to your heart, and it's no surprise considering the years of experience you've accumulated in this field. So tonight, I'll be sharing with you my commendations, what I think you did brilliantly, and then share my recommendations on how you can take it to the next level. Now, first, the commendations. I love how you made the concept of customer service very accessible to us. you shared about two negative scenarios with a customer service call, and then contrasted it with one positive scenario. And this allowed us who have definitely been on the receiving end of bad customer service calls to reflect on our own experiences, whether it was akin to the negative or more towards the positive. Now, as a speaker, the use of contrast is a powerful tool because while it makes us see the before after, it also makes us appreciate what's missing. So only when we appreciate what's missing, then we can appreciate the customer service professionals who go the extra mile to fill up that gap. And that is the different experience as per your title. So well done there. The second commendation I liked is that you pulled the curtains back and you took us through a little tour of what it's like behind the scenes of an excellent customer service setup. You were able to paint a very vivid picture of the different screens, the technology involved, and the cheerful customer service professional in action. And I love this portion of your speech because you demonstrated an effective technique in communication, which is to show and not just tell. And by being able to engage the five senses in your speech, in this case, the eyes and the ears, you were able to engage the audience attention from start to finish. Good job on that. Now, here are some of my recommendations. Gordon, obviously, you are someone who has a storied career in customer service. And because of that, naturally, you will be more invested in this than the rest of us. So share with us how great customer service can relate to us as individuals. How can you make us connect with the hard work of customer service professionals? And how would our lives change if, let's say, Singapore had great customer service? Now, the reason why this is important is because the audience is always thinking, what's in it for me? So same thing for sales, customer service. If it's not relevant, we don't listen. So for your next speech, do a bit more to bridge this gap with your audience. And the other recommendation I have for you is to have a stronger opening. Now, if we want to start off powerful, we can stir the audience, right, by having a strong opening and getting their attention immediately. So my advice is to remove that disclaimer at the start of your speech when you said, okay, I shall start. Today, I'm going to share with you my past experience. You don't have to say any of this fluff. In fact, you can just begin with Club President, Toastmasters and guests. Have you ever had a bad customer experience? Here's a scenario I want you to think about. And then you go into your scenarios, right? So begin with the scenario straight away. That's how you can stir the audience by having a stronger, more captivating opening. So in summary, I love that you make your topic simple, accessible to the audience. I enjoyed seeing you show and not just tell. I would challenge you to establish the what's in it for me factor of your audience and work on getting a stronger opening. If you do that, I'm absolutely sure that you can continue to achieve stirring ovations in your future speeches. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Woo! Thank you, Haider. What a enlightening and purposeful evaluation. Moving on, the third evaluator evaluating Janice's speech is from AIA. Our evaluator believes that communication is about reaching out to your listener with a clear and precise message. For maximum effects, deliver your message with positive, appropriate, and effective words, injected with vocal variety and enhanced with your body language. This is what he had to say. It will leave a deep impression on your listener, just like you would remember a beautiful piece of art. Let us welcome distinguished Toastmaster Gerald Yong. Over to you, Gerald.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, Xiao Jie. The two club presidents, fellow Toastmasters, and friends. And yes, of course, Janison. Janison, today you had delivered a stirring and informative speech. And I shall evaluate you based on how your speech impacted me or made me, how I felt about your speech. Now, I'd like to commend you by identifying a catchy title, Taking It Slow. You make me want to sit up and listen. What are you talking about, taking it slow? Yes, indeed. And when you started very strong by asking a rhetorical question, building rapport right from the start, the sign of a strong speaker. And indeed, you went on to explain the number of talking about decision making and the number of decisions we have to make every day, and you engage the audience, getting everybody to give you their feedback. That is what a strong speaker always do, right from the start. And I realized that, oh, Yes, your title, your message is probably about speech decision making. And then you went on to distinguish between the two sides of the brain. One is the right and the system 1 and the system 2. And also at the start, you identify your research. You give recognition to the credit to the source of research. Yes, that is also another way we do when we do research speech. We acknowledge and give credit to the source, right? And then you continue to explain very well and say, let me demonstrate. It's better than explaining to you. And in your demonstration, you definitely help me understand the difference between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind and all that. And then you went on to explain how you make decisions and all that. And all this while, I was thinking, now what is he talking about? What is his message? It's not just ordinary research. It's not informative. And finally, near your conclusion, you talk about taking it slow. I finally get it. Oh, you're talking about taking it slow. And there it was when you stirred my curiosity. Why are you talking about taking it slow only at the end of your message? Because in any speech, you must be very clear from the start. What is the objective, the purpose of your speech? And that brings me to ask, what are you trying to tell us? What's your message and how it could be better? If you want to talk about taking it slow, then the question is why you have to take it slow? How is it applicable to us and how it impacts us in our everyday life? You see where I'm coming from? Because yes, it was catchy on its own, it is good, but then where is your message? Every time when we deliver a speech or we communicate with somebody, the message is very important. What's the general purpose? It would seem to me it's informative, but I thought you have more to it. So what is the specific purpose of your speech? Right? So if you identify clearly your message from the start, and I will be sure that you will be a prolific and great speaker. Over to you, Toastmaster, today.
Thank you, Gerald. What a thought-provoking and insightful evaluation. The final evaluator evaluating Romina's speech is a guest from Changkat, Tampines Changkat. Our evaluator is someone who is into vintage toys like Ultraman and Transformers. Let us welcome Proficiency in Presentation Mastering, Vincent Chen. Over to you, Vincent.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening and my fellow friends at AIA and Tampines Changkat. Well, thanks for having me here. My speaker, Romina. Romina, certainly this speech reached out to me that you are a small steps leader, but certainly in a big way. Thanks for sharing with us. You certainly shared with us a speech with several takeaways, where you actually mentioned of how do you reuse, consume less, and go paperless, which I felt was very apt for me to actually follow your speech and to get the benefits out of it right from the start. Some things that I really love about your speech was, Romina, one is that you certainly engage the audience right from the start with questions. You ask what makes a leader, and you actually draw references and quotations from Gandhi, as well as some of the leaders like Jeff Bezos, Donald Trump, someone that we all can identify with. That was very commendable, which I definitely would like to salute you, because anyone in the audience today can identify with you right from the start, and you kept my attention going. Hence, Romina, some simple suggestions to maybe take up this ante of your speech that will stir us further in your fire in you to maybe come up with one even more remarkable speech. The first, Romina, is that you left us with a very important question. The question is that, are leaders easy to make? Are leaders easy to find? Can we become such a leader in our day-to-day lives? One way to perhaps add on to the questions would be, you may use a metaphor of a ripple effect. Why the ripple effect? Because when a leader casts a stone, no matter how small it is, it creates a ripple effect. You may want to encaps the whole speech based on this metaphor. Why? Because one, when you show, maybe you want to throw a stone, a ripple, it creates that visual impact. Everyone can remember, can see, even for myself, a visual kinesthetic learner. Not only that, it helps to answer the norm that anyone can be a leader in today's time when you just throw a simple stone, no matter small or big. So that's a good use of a good metaphor you may want to consider today. The second point is the takeaways. How do you make it sticky, easy to remember? I notice you say step 1, step 2, step 3, and let me repackage it for you. You may want to use the acronym R, E, and C to receive. R for reuse. E to go e-paperless. C is to go to consume less. They will get the audience able to remember, and you may even coin this at the end of your call to action and say, guys, remember the first steps, you remember the R, E, and C? That will get the audience remembering these three acronyms, takeaways at the end of the speech and going home fulfilled. Tomorrow, the next day, they are going to do it. So that's the hallmark of a persuasion speech. Last but not least, Robina, you may also want to sell the benefits of the 3 steps. You may want to consider looking into the time spent, whether it's easy to do it on a very little time, the cost of getting the bottles or the consumables. You may want to dial out a bit and share with us more details. And is it easy that anyone can do, even a 4-year-old can do? You have got to apply it to all your audience. All in all, Romina, you start off with a great question. You were very relatable with quotations and many references. If you consider challenging the norm with a metaphor, going deep into details with the 3 takeaways, and considering using R, E, and C to coin, it'll be even a better speech to go. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Vincent. What a tip-filled and encouraging evaluation. Thank you all of our evaluators. They have been providing suggestions of improvements as well as raising our strengths. And this is what I call expressing our love in Toastmasters. So now our timer, Maria, will report the time taken.
Yes, thank you. Now I'm going to announce all the evaluation. Okay, Eric Tan, 3 minutes 33 seconds. Peter Tawfiq, 3 minutes 22 seconds. Gerald Yong, 3 minutes 40 seconds. Vincent Chen, 3 minutes 24 seconds. The qualifiers only from Tampines Changkat, Peter Tawfiq, and Vincent Chen only. Yeah, back to you.
All right, thank you, Maria. So now since we only have 2, do we do the voting as well?
Yes, there is voting.
Yes. All right. Let's please have a vote by the Zoom master. Thank you.
No,
there will only
voting
be
for only 2.
2. Vincent and Haider.
Haider Tawfiq.
Just vote for Haider or Vincent.
Yes.
Okay, and the voting on 5-second times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Thank you. So we have come to the end of our evaluation segment. Congratulations to all speakers and evaluators. Now we enter the segment of language evaluation. It's time for our language evaluator to enhance, enrich, and educate us by giving us feedback on not just our use of language, but beautiful language and the misuses of language during this meeting. He is the 2021 World Championship of Public Speaking finalist. He inspires and teaches people to practice public speaking, speech crafting, and focuses on personal development. He once told me he breathes, drinks, eats, and even sleeps on public speaking. I'm thinking, wow, that's a new trend of extreme dieting and sleep talking. Aside from jokes, it is my honor to introduce such an accomplished speaker and teacher. I have learned a lot from him, especially in speechcraft. Please welcome Distinguished Toastmaster Ng Kin Fong. Over to you, Kin.
Thank you, Xiao Jie, for the stirring introduction. By the way, I should have all of you know that Xiao Jie composed it herself. I did not in any way influence or manipulate or force her to say that. On that note, Club Presidents, friends, good evening. So this is the language evaluation, and the purpose of this segment is really to help us level up in terms of the way we express ourselves, deliver impactful speeches, and communicate powerfully. On that note, here we go. Word of the day stirring. Many people use the word of the day. Special mention to Xiao Jie, who used stirred with emotion, stirred my cup of coffee, and get more stirring words in my vocabulary, all in the same sentence. Can we give a round of applause to all those who use the different word, different forms of the word stirring as well? Okay, there we go. Yay. Okay. Next, some of the great expressions I heard. We are not spreading nasty viruses, but we are spreading love. Contrast by Regina. Now, contrast is particularly effective in helping to accentuate what you're trying to talk about. From Francis, repetition. Lovely sound, lovely voice, lovely Toastmasters of the day, which tells us this meeting is about love. From Ina, I heard the gap was quite big. Now, it's very interesting because very often when we craft our speeches, we just think about the words we use. We forget that our body speaks as well. And Ina showed us the gap was quite big, which was rather effective in giving us that visual. Also, the choice of the words cultivate and piecing together different resources. Very nice choice of words. Gordon used the idiom fell for it, hook, line, and sinker, which describes fishing. When the fish eats not just the hook, but also the line and the sinker, basically the fish has fallen for it, the trap, right? From Jennison, a sunken ship situation. That's quite hard to say. Feels like a tongue twister, right? A sunken ship. I can't do it. Okay, never mind.
Sunken ship situation.
Sunken ship situation. Okay, very nice metaphor there to show that the sunk cost fallacy, and also the contrast when the world demands us to be fast. Take it slow. You see how it becomes a lot more impactful with contrast. From Romania, I heard that quote, yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why they call it a present. I can't quite attribute it to Master Uguay because I know someone else said it, but I don't know who, right? Romania also used contrast very effectively. Leadership is not about X, it's about Y. It's not about X, it's about Y. So by doing this repetition, she builds up a certain rhythm that gets you to really think about what really is leadership for you, right? Romania also used pause very powerfully. 30% of printed material isn't even picked up. And she pauses, and you're like, whoa. So the effect of that pause is that it lets the power of that point sink in, right? And definitely pausing is something we should all learn to do more. Some other great expressions, there are a lot. Oh, hang on, let me just repeat this. Oh, there we go. From Xiao Jie, empowering and intriguing. Very nice words. Putting on your most alluring smile. Not just your prettiest or handsomest, your most alluring smile. A very visual, a very graphic way to put across that visual. From Terence, our honeymoon was a tsunami. Can you imagine how marriage was? I'm not sure how I want to imagine that, but well. And Terence also typed this in the chat. Marriage is a bed of roses, except that there are more thorns than petals, and the roses are poisoned. Now, this is funny because this is, perhaps I highlight this because this is a 3-step punch, right, of telling a joke. So first you start with something you expect. Marriage is a bed of roses. And then you undercut that or you contradict that, except there are more thorns than petals. You might get some laughs. You undercut one more time and the roses are poisoned. So by layering this joke, you actually allow more laughter through one idea. This is something to take note of if you intend to take part in humorous speech contests. Some other things I heard from Krish: hold the flower, get down on your knees, and tell her how much you love her. Just the pace, the way in which he said it, and almost so sincere, I felt like Krish was like gonna propose to me. From Zeph, I heard, so beautiful, so amazing, just perfect. It was as if you were visualizing this girl. I don't know whether she exists or not, but it seems you have a very clear picture of her. Right? So the emphasis is very effective in bringing your words to life. I also like how Zeph used, she's still her, I'm still me, right? And it's the rhythm of it with parallelism that kind of shows that contrast very clearly. I also like this one, humans are humans because they are. Now, I don't know what kind of, it sounds like a quotable quote to me, right? So I put it there. From Pragna, I heard, you have to make heaven in your life. Right now, heaven in this sense is not quite defined, but we all get that idea of what heaven on earth would kind of look like. And Pragna drew that distinction through that metaphor. Also, it's up to you whether you make your marriage heaven or hell, right? Once again, the contrast, very well put. Some of it, oh, that's my time, is it? Great expressions. Heard from Linda, a walk in the park on a cold night like this. It just felt so dreamy, the way that she said it, right? Is all this happening or am I dreaming? So that's rhyme. Marriage is not a bed of roses. Well, I'm sure many people beg to differ. But on that note, right, bring heaven to your home. So these were the same ideas about love. Very nicely put. From Margaret, we are creatures of love. We are created to love. Where would we be if we did not have love? Right? So the very interesting repetition of love, 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 it kind of forces and drums in the idea for you to think about love. And this is, by the way, one of the best ways you can think about how you speak. Not to be long-winded, but rather to repeat key points, key words, or key phrases to get your audience listening and thinking deep about it, right? That is what love is about. That is what life is about. This form of repetition where you repeat the first part and the end part, change the stuff in the middle, that's called simplose. Well, more useless knowledge, but it sounds very quotable, right? So if you end your office presentations with the simplose as well, it just makes you sound smarter. I just said that. I just thought that. I just felt that. And you believe that. Right? It just sounds better. Okay. Anyway, moving on. From Gordon, the man must have the last word, and it is yes, dear. Okay, once again, the use of contrast to undercut, right? That expectation there, and then boom, switch around. That creates humor. More great expressions from Shuchen. Contrast is not about who has the last word, it's about how you can build the relationship together. So notice that this phrase, it's not about, is very useful when you need to reframe or answer difficult questions. Now, I know half of you here are from AIA. Sometimes your clients say, oh, this one, the premium's so expensive. It's not about it being expensive. It's about the peace of mind you get from being protected. Or it's not about expensive. It's about value. Are you getting the value for money with this policy? Right? So it's not about, it's one of those reframing techniques that you can use to handle objections, conduct presentations, and persuade people effectively. Politicians use this as well, by the way. Some others, some more, right? From Eric, stunning, striking, stirring manner. Infectious smile. In a club that's respectable, you'll be impeccable. Now, I know Eric always ends his evaluations in a rhyme. I can't capture all of it, but it just sounds very nice. Okay, from Haida, pulling the curtains back. That's another idiom, right? To reveal what's hidden. Note that there's another idiom called to draw the curtains, which in this case, it can be interpreted as to put a stop to it or to end it, right? So note that if you pull the curtains back, you are trying to show something. If you draw the curtains, it could mean to end whatever engagement it is. Last bits, Gerald, prolific means producing many works. And from Vincent, make it sticky. Now, when I say make it sticky, I expect Terence to laugh, but that's usually because he's thinking of other things. But the idea of making your ideas sticky is, yeah, it's a very nice word to use. It's quite catchy. Okay, some awkward expressions. I don't think we have the time to review all of them, but I'll just pick a few. Yeah, a difficult answer for me to answer more succinctly. How could we say this better? Anyone, feel free to unmute and speak.
You just dropped the first answer. It's difficult for me to answer more succinctly.
Yeah, difficult for me to answer more succinctly. Thank you. I'm looking forward to discover your answers.
Just drop discover.
Yeah, you could drop discover. You can say, I'm looking forward to your answers, because if you add discover, then the tense doesn't match. I'm looking forward to discovering your answers. But why not just, I'm looking forward to your answers, or I look forward to your answers, to be more concise.
Yes.
The speaker is with AIA for the past 2 years. Yep, thank you, Zeph. It should be has been, because when you say past 2 years, that's no longer in the present. So is doesn't apply. Okay, I'm not talking about any particular company in particular. Yep, we know it's not a particular company. Just say not talking about any company in particular, right? So repetition. I'm going to move on to this. All information are on screen. Screen? Sorry?
The screen?
Technically, the challenge here is not so much about the screen, but the concept of information. Because you recognizes while there are many pieces of information, information on its own becomes an uncountable noun, in which case you take it as a singular. So all information is on screen. Okay, I want you to answer fast about these questions.
These questions?
Did answer these questions quickly or
Yep.
something?
Thank you, Zeph. Answer these questions quickly. Okay, I'm gonna move forward. Most craziest thing you have ever done.
No most. Most is
the
superlative.
craziest-
Craziest
the
thing is
craziest
superlative.
thing.
Really.
Yeah, craziest is already most. Okay, I see I'm almost out of time. Okay, this one. Since young is a Singaporeanism, right? Very
Yes.
Singlish. No one else in the world understands what since young is. How should we say it in proper English?
Since
From
my
young.
youth.
From
Yeah,
young.
say since my youth or since I was young.
Yeah, or
Since
from,
young
from
is
my younger days.
From my youth.
in my younger days. That also works. Make me listen to what are you talking about?
What you are talking about.
Yeah, what you are talking about. Okay. What a strong speaker always do.
What strong speaker always do.
What strong speakers always
Speakers,
do.
yes. Plural.
All right. You mentioned of how to. This is the last one.
You mentioned how to.
You mentioned how to. Yep. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I forgot about pronunciation. Anyway, some things to note for the words that I heard that were not pronounced properly. Note that if it's a noun, it's a project. If it's a verb, it's project. I am projecting my voice for this project, right? Trump. I know in Singapore, we don't like to enunciate the N consonant sounds. So Trump, thought, multitask,
Aspect.
guests, right? This one is common, develop. I recognize that in certain cultures, it's common to say develop. However, according to the dictionary, it's develop, right? So the emphasis is on ver, right? It's also Valentine, not Valentine. Okay. Last few things to note, Singlish works if you want to break the ice to a Singaporean audience, but if it's a formal audience, typically Singlish might not be a good idea. Be careful with the use of the word okay during your speeches because it may lower your stature as you speak. Last bits protocol. Greet the president, followed by any other VIP, and then other distinguished persons, members, and guests. So that's all I have for the language evaluation. I hope you found this useful. If you feel that, oh man, I don't speak good English yet, don't worry. Language is always changing. You can wait until it changes to become just like how you speak it. Or you can take something from today. I'll drop the slides in the chat later, download it, see how you can learn to speak better. And remember, learning is not enough. You have to practice to make it yours. Have a lovely, lovely evening, everybody. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Kin, for that wonderful language evaluation. It was most stirring. Now, while we were enjoying our sessions, there is someone who was out there or is here listening to us. Our A's, la, le, so, and tracking the pause failures made. Our R counter aims to speak well, fluently, to be like a social butterfly. With many things to talk on. Her hobby is reading. Please welcome Edna Chiu from Tampines Changkat.
Hi, Xiao. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for your introduction today. And good evening to club president, fellow Toastmasters, and also fellow guests at the same time. Today, I've been very heartwarming to actually be hearing all of your performance and also all of your sharing. And I really have learned a lot from every one of you. So today, what I'll be doing is I'll be going through on the number of times each of the speaker has spoke and also on the pause filler count, right? For the very first one, Ariel, is 1, 1, so 6, and in total count it's about 8. For Ariel, just be careful about using so when you talk in your sentences. Sometimes it might be used as a connecting phrases. Sometimes it's used as a filler, and it does appear quite a long time. For Regine, 3 E's in total. That is the total count also. Xiao Jie, it will be 9. Kim Francis is 1 for A and 1 for E. For Kim, also 1 A, 1 E. For Ina, I believe you might have been a bit nervous when you are speaking. So you may see A appearing 12 times, appearing 3 times, appearing 5 times, and there are some repeats also. So in total will be about 23. For Jordan, 1, and 11 under others, which is mainly towards the OK section. For Romania, 1 For Pragna, 9 E's. Shutan, 1 A, 1 Tia, you have 1 Haider, you have 3 E's. And Vincent, you also have 1 But I would like to also congratulate those who have also talked and having 0 pause fillers. Xiao Jie, 0. Haider, 0. Gerald, 0. Jennison, 0. Vincent, 0. Swati, 0. Terence, 0. Chris, 0. Zeph, 0. Linda, 0. And Margaret, 0. So very thankful for letting me listen to all of your speeches today. And I hope to come in and also be able to hear the next time round. Thank you, and back to you, Xiao Jie.
Thank you so much, Anna, for that very encouraging R counter report. Makes me feel like I should get at least 1 R. But apparently I only got 0. So I just got a brief mention only, not even a lot of encouragement words. So sad. Well, we are now into our announcement section. And I would like to invite Kiki from AIA to assist me with it. Okay. Thank you so much. Let's have the next slide. So this is the AIA's Members Day. The date on 24 Feb. Time as such, and venue will be a Zoom. Details will be provided. Don't miss it. Next up, we have the AIA Toastmasters Club International Speech and Paper Topic Contest. It's on the 10th of March and at 7 p.m. also on Zoom. Yeah, fiery hot, don't miss it. Next one. Oh, membership renewals by February. Details to be advised by WhatsApp or email. Next up. Changkat chapter meeting. No surprise here, that's Changkat and Katong together. 2 clubs on the 17th Feb. 7:30. So that's actually next week. Everyone is welcome to join. Next up, I would like to invite Division G Director Margaret to help to share more about this special event.
Terence, would you like to take the lead on this?
Oh.
Oh, a lot of Tai Chi like that. Okay. Okay, very good evening, everyone. So for those of you who have attended our first 4 sessions of the Leadership Debater, this is the 5th session. And for those of you who did not attend it, we forgive you. Please come. So basically, we're going to have Margaret Page with Margaret Lowe, just to confuse everyone, to talk about leadership from a TI perspective, and then we're going to have a moderated panel discussion with all the previous presenters. Some of them you may have heard of them. You may have heard this Kin Eung guy, and you may have heard of this Susan fella. Right? I heard they are good. Do drop by and listen to what they have to say. Then, of course, we'll have a separate session where she'll talk about 4 hours and say why Kin is wrong. Okay, over to you.
Right, thank you. Yes, well, don't miss it. Oh, now we are at the exciting session of February babies. From AIA, we have Sarah Wong, Eric Tan. Happy birthday. I'm not sure how old is it, but still young. And from Tampines Changkat, it will be Hamza, I hope he's doing well. Is he here? And then that will be me, Xiao Jie, Luan Eng, and Gomati. Gomati, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy
Now
birthday,
everyone, we'll
all.
get ready to sing a happy birthday song. Da, da, happy birthday
Day
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
all of you.
Everyone.
all of you.
Happy
Happy birthday
to
to
you.
you.
How are you?
Right, there is a stirring song sang by all members to all of our February babies. Next, we have an award to show our support and appreciation. Right, so next up, what do we have?
The
This is the
announcement
end, right,
for
of
this
the
tonight, the
announcement?
winner.
Oh, yes, okay. So, next, yes, we have our award to show our support and appreciation. So, the first prize will be given, and then we will invite our two lovely club presidents, Francis and Hamza, to present. Zoom Master will pin them and also the winner. So
Can we
first,
have the slides for the winner, please?
oh yes.
Best prepared speech speaker, Romania. Where are you?
Can we pin Wendy instead, because Hamza is still unwell. I don't think he can switch on his video.
Okay.
Can we spotlight both
okay.
president and the winner?
And also the speaker, Romania.
Romania, where are you?
Yeah, my since we mentioned the name.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Romania has a heart shape on her forehead.
Her forehead is flashing.
Yeah, see?
The heart shape,
She is elated.
Okay, perfect. Okay, next one. Congrats, Romania. Next is the best table topic, right? Best table topic speaker. Go,
I thought you don't talk much, Sujan.
They never go overtime, sure.
The reason why I win is because both clubs are my members. They have no choice but to vote for me.
Yeah, you mean middle of the road, huh?
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Hide the topic. Best evaluator. Congrats. 3, 2, 1, please. Perfect. Thank you. Congratulations. Okay. We also have the icebreaker for today, right? Who's that? Ina Yao. Congrats.
Hey, Title still there?
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Okay, first timer Ariel. I think Ariel has left. He has some urgent matters to attend to. So I think our photographer can just put her picture in later on. Toastmaster of the day, Xiao Jie.
Wow.
You first timer, you bluff, is it?
First time, but I couldn't have done it without the guidance of Regine.
Oh, Regine last minute wasn't feeling well, but
she was really helpful.
Xiao Jie did a very good job. Well done.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hey, Xiao Jie, you're from land of Malaysia boleh kan? Huh? Oh, okay.
Yes.
I also Malaysia boleh.
Betul.
Okay, who's next? Agna. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yes, Agna.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Where are you? Yeah.
Hey, do y'all think that Agna looks like Abigail?
I was thinking of that too.
Must be the specs, I think. Must be the specs.
Yeah. Well done also.
Thank you.
Congrats. 3, 2, 1.
I was thinking Anna looks like Linda.
Got it?
You have a voice though.
Yes, when I was
unfortunately.
young, yes,
Actually,
when
it
I
does
was
sound.
young, I look
No.
that pretty, yes.
Her voice also sounds like
And voice also
Abigail.
look like her, right?
Yeah, the voice also sounds like Abigail.
When she said that, and then she turned, and it looks like Abby.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure it's
Okay,
not her with a new name.
Swati. Congrats, well done.
1 second. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yay.
Thank you all. Who else? That's all, right?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
buddy, that's all.
I'll hand over to Wendy for the closing address.
Thank you, Francis. Also give our biggest round of applause to our two amazing Toastmasters of the evening, Regine and Xiao Jie. Let's give them a round of applause. Fellow presidents, present and past district and area directors, fellow Toastmasters and guests of Tampines Changkat Toastmasters and AIA Toastmasters. The stirring love and romantic relationship between these two great clubs has been ongoing for many years. Unfortunately, I'm too young to bring us to reminisce the romantic and nostalgic moments between the two. If you want to know more, you can ask the older member here, like Suchen or Kin. However, for our joint meeting for tonight, I can say love is in the air. What a lovely way to start the year of Tiger. The tradition of Chinese New Year revolves around spring cleaning, in which we sweep out the bad luck to welcome the good luck. This tradition reminds us to annually clean our home, which also symbolizes cleaning of our mind, our body, and our heart. Our amazing speakers tonight have given us great tips in exactly doing this. Ina said that it starts with the three most important questions to ask yourself. Who am I? Where am I from? Where am I going to? Gordon guided us on how to build the best customer service center. Use the tips to build the best customer service center, not just for your customers, but also for your mental well-being. Jenison reminded us to take it slow. Be patient. Good things takes time, like the wedding between Kin and Chen. And lastly, Romania taught us how to become a great leader. Being a leader is not about always making the best decision, but it is about leading everyone to keep moving forward. Ask yourself, how can you lead yourself to keep improving every day? A journey of 1,000 steps begin with one. It will take consistent small efforts to bring out the best of yourself. Tampines Changkat Toastmasters, AIA Toastmasters. To start this year, one of the biggest decisions you need to make for yourself is to renew your Toastmasters membership, to renew your commitment in improving yourself under the great umbrella of positive influence from one of these two great clubs. And for Chen, renew for both clubs. Let's stand together for the betterment of Changkat and AIA so we can become stronger together. With this, thank you everyone for making tonight simply amazing. And this marks the end of tonight's joint meeting. We can now go home. Home sweet home.
Thank you, Wendy.
Do you know where you're going to? Yes.
I say that I want
Do you like the things that life is showing
you? Where are you going to? Do you know?
Oh, Sifu, Sifu. Teach me how to sing better.
Don't play.
We have a singing club also. Anyone wants to join?
Theatric one or is it?
Hey, I see the cat. Wait. I was looking. Hey, there is a cat.
Hamza, that one Hamza.
Hamza can't talk, can't speak, meditating in progress.
Oh.
Why?
Even the cat looks like he's ghostly also.
you putting?
Not handling very well, so he apologized for being late.
Well done, guys. Well done to our two clubs VPE. Good job in putting this together. Good job to all the appointment holders. Well done. Thank you for making
all
this
for supporting.
this night happening.
Thank you for your
Okay. Bye all.
Take care.
Good
Bye.
night.
Good night. Good night. Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good job, everybody.
Hey, Francis jump off already.
Hey, everybody left except us. Okay, hey, thank you very much.
Thanks everyone for
It's
meeting.
a great meeting.
Much love.
I downloaded your document, but I can't open. No, do you think can send to me?
Can I send you by WhatsApp?
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Right, thank you, everybody.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Good night.
Share to your
Bye.
Okay, bye everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.